called his shot again when it comes to one of his new players. And I'm talking about the safety Hufanga. And this is Sean Payton yesterday from the owners' meetings talking about what Hufanga brings to the table.
He's a great communicator. He's super intelligent. I think his experience, and there is a toughness about the way he plays. Sometimes you can be a second responder, sometimes a first responder, and he appears first a lot on screen. And there's a style to how he plays. And look, part of that style, because he's so physical and so quick to support, he's had, a handful of injuries, but there's a toughness to his game. You guys will like him.
You guys will like him. And you hear in the first 10 seconds of the clip, he tries to stress in his voice because Sean's not going to go over the top in front of the local media. He saves that for Kay Adams. But you hear him say, he's like, there is a toughness about him. And Phil, now I'm not going to pretend I am watching the All 53 and I'm looking at his career, but you just simply go on YouTube and type in Talanoa Hufanga highlights. This dude is a heat-seeking missile.
He's tough.
That freaking demonizes offenses.
The great thing about this is you have Brandon Jones, who was the leading tackler of our team this year, paired with Hufanga. Now, Hufanga can be that guy that you can put in the box, just like Brandon Jones, to make the tackles. But also, Hufanga's able to get separation, get the interceptions that you need to change the game. He's smart. He's vocal, just like Dre Greenlaw. But also, he's in it for his teammates. That's where that toughness comes to play. That's where it's like, I'm here to win a game, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win this game. And now he's paired with Brandon Jones, who's the exact same thing, Zach. When you watch Brandon Jones highlights, he's a heat-seeking missile. He does not care who's in front of him. Hufanga's the same way. Now you have both of those in the back, the secondary. That's a scary sight to see.
It really is. It really is. And he'll come up and hit you in the mouth. He'll blitz the quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm watching him take Matthew Stafford picks to the house. I'm watching him pick up block kicks and take them to the house. I'm watching him just miraculously appear in the backfield.
He's a true football player.
Blow up running backs. He is. He is a flat-out football player. And, this is a Sean guy. This is like a Sean Payton guy. This week, all right, and maybe I shouldn't let words carry so much weight because ultimately it will be actions this fall. But I walk away from this week learning more about Dre Greenlaw, learning more about Hufanga, and I'm like, does this defense have the potential to be the very best in the National Football League? I think it's a legitimate question.
No, it definitely is. When you added those pieces, when you brought back DJ Jones, who was part of this top 5 defense, when you brought in Dre Greenlaw and Hufanga to help strengthen this defense, now you're looking at what do you need now? What's next? You have a defensive player of the year in PS2. Riley Moss will take that next step. You have the depth now. You have your defensive coordinator that's back for his 3rd season. This team can be dangerous, and the defense can be dangerous and be the reason why we win a playoff game. Will be the reason why we can beat the Kansas City Chiefs not just once but twice and have a season where you win 10 or 11 games. It starts with your defense, and then it gets the momentum going for your offense. This defense can be very scary, physical, aggressive. That mentality of every time they step foot on that field, people should be scared. There might be a couple injuries because of how hard they're hitting.
Right.
That's what you want to be known for. And Sean's all about toughness. Sean's all about mentality, being a bully. And if his defense can be just like how Sean is and how VJ wants the defense to be, oh, boy, get ready, y'all. We're going to have some fun this year.
I think you're spot on, man. And I think that if this thing comes into focus the way that it is on paper right now, and again, anything can happen. Every Sunday is going to present its own challenge, so I don't want to get over my skis with assumptions. But if things break the way that we think they can, and you're adding on to what was last year, this could be Vance Joseph's last year in Denver, Colorado. Because if he replicates what he did a year ago or even builds on it, that man's going to be a head coach. He's going to be one of 32. So,
well, I'll tell you what, Zach, it's either going to help Vance and VJ's going to have a great year with his defense, or if he starts off slow with the players that he just brought in, it can hurt Vance at the same time where it's like, hey, we brought in more people for you. You have a defensive player of the year in Pat Surtain. You have everybody back in your back, and we're struggling. It can hurt VJ, but I'm thinking it's going to be the opposite. VJ's going to have a great year. He's going to scheme up plays. He's not going to be as vanilla as last year. Why? Because now you have Brandon Jones. Now you have Hufanga, two guys that you can blitz. So you can't just game plan for one because you don't know who's coming. You don't know who's going to peel back and guard the receivers or who's coming on a blitz. It's going to help this defense not be one-dimensional.
Well, here's his old coach, Kyle Shanahan, when asked who is Hufanga.
He's just a playmaker. The way he communicates back there, he calms all the other 10 guys down. He's really great in the secondary. He's got great anticipation, and when he's out there flying around, he makes defenses better.
Sean called his shot a year ago with Bo Nix. He, in a roundabout way and less direct, has called his shot about Hufanga. That this guy, you guys are going to like him. And you hear Kyle Shanahan talk about him, and not just in that clip, but in separate slices of audio.
He seems sad, man.
Just gush over the guys, Greenlaw and Hufanga, and like he does kind of seem sad that they did not figure that out. And he was asked, like, hey, why did you let, in the Greenlaw case, like, why did you let Greenlaw get so far into the process where he's verbally agreeing? And he's like, look, we're trying to do 25 different things at one time. It's not just about Greenlaw, but I do wonder if they mismanaged their time in other departments and didn't spend enough time on someone like Greenlaw specifically.
Well, if that is the case, which that was, Greenlaw was supposed to be a priority. And maybe Greenlaw felt like, hey, I'm not a priority here. You're making me wait. You're telling me like you're going to get to me.
It's a good point.
I'm not waiting because there's a couple other teams that value me and want me to come in and lead their teams. Why would I sit here and wait for you to come up with some money or try to lowball me? And then by that time, my guessing is Greenlaw had his decision made that I'm moving on. And now you have the general manager, Lynch, and the head coach, Kyle Shanahan, saying, oh, what do? We need to fly out to kiss his butt to see if he'll still play for us. Give him a little bit more money up front or something like that to make sure that he knows that we still want him there. But by that time, Zach, it's too late. It's too late. You didn't stroke the eagle good enough.
Yeah, no, but I think you're onto something. I think personal feelings got involved here. Not that one side hates the other, but I really like your potential approach from Greenlaw. Like, why am I sitting here waiting? I'm yours. I'm a Niner.
Yes.
Until that Wednesday. Why are you flying to see me on a Tuesday night to try to re-sign me? Like, I've been open for business for a while now. So why
are you not taking my agent's calls? It could be something simple like that. Why is my agent having to call you 3-4 times? Why are you ignoring my agent? Why are you trying to play hardball already? Like, there's different things that go on when you're dealing with contracts and feeling like, am I wanted or am I somebody's like second place person if they don't get something done with somebody else?
Yeah,
you don't ever want to feel like that.
No, and it's wild that you can get in a pro sport to a place where like sentiment and feelings like can definitely get involved. It can definitely get involved and has for a million years. That no matter how much money you make or what you've established, feelings, sentiment can still get involved. We'll transition from Broncos to your Colorado Buffaloes.
Let's go.
On the Johnson